United States Marine Corps, did 10 years, active and reserve. I've been all over the world, Iraq. Didn't get to go to Afghanistan, but did go to Iraq, Hawaii, Japan, Australia. I dealt with aviation operations, as I stated. So everything having to do with aircraft, them departing, coming in, and that's where I got to meet, a lot of the chain of command for the United States. So it was a little bit difficult for me because I was trying to get treatment and trying to move forward in life with my education. I needed to get back to school. I earned those benefits, and it's something that would better help me for the future. I had a scribe in all my classes. They took the notes for me, and I kind of got to sit there and listen and interact, and having to worry about catching up with the notes and so forth. So that helped out tremendously. That was really what got me through my associates was the scribe. They also have extended test times because I used that to finish my bachelor's. Was the extended test time. So the services mirror each other along with counseling. It would have to be the team that we've assembled. We are unique. No one else or at the university that we found have a set-aside department for community relations for the military. Normally you just have your VA certifier, the ones that collect the paperwork and make sure that all your paperwork is done so you get paid and your courses get paid. There's three of us, Barrett, myself, and then Joy, that primarily focus on veterans and support services. With veterans coming back, especially I know firsthand, there's some challenges out there nowadays. It takes more now. There's PTSD, there's TBI. I mean, the list goes on, and veterans need more than just a place to collect paperwork. When you're active duty, you know exactly what time you're getting up, you know exactly what you're wearing, and you know roughly about what time you're getting home and what that course of the day is going to entail. Or, now, I know what time I need to be at work, and I know what time I'm going to leave, but it's up to me to pick out what I'm going to wear and how I'm going to conduct myself and what I'm going to do in that day. So it's a little bit tougher. It takes that transition, but it all goes back to the fundamentals that the Marine Corps taught me. I know that there's certain things that I have to get done, and if I don't get them done, I'm not going to feel that day is very successful for me. My main role is to bring in organizations that want to help support veterans with zero cost. So if there's a veteran out there that, for example, is on post 9/11 GI Bill, of course it doesn't pay for a computer. However, there's organizations out there that will help provide a computer at zero cost for that veteran. So that's what we look for. We look for those organizations that are going to come in and help and take the stress off of the veteran, because the only thing they really need to be focusing on is school. And to me, that's real rewarding because I'm actually giving back because I've been there. I can really say, I know what you're going through and I can relate. For the normal, everyday U.S. citizen, the men and women that are out there protecting our freedom, just because the war isn't here doesn't mean that they're not being affected by it. So we, as a military, provide that support and comfort and the luxuries that we have here. So it is valuable. We bring in a unique student that for the most part has his own leadership style or her own leadership style, very disciplined and know the task at hand. So if you have just a regular student coming in, that veteran can provide support and stability. And of course in group projects, the veteran's always going to want to take charge. It's just the type of nature that the military, kind of embraces in us and kind of forces on us when we go to boot camp. It's all about taking charge. It all goes back to opportunity. In other countries that I've seen firsthand that, they're not given the opportunity to get an education. Well, here it's basically up to the U.S. citizen to make that choice. Do I want to go to school? And of course, cost always comes into effect, but, the United States government provide, assistance to those that need it. So it's all on the want, and normally when you want to go to school, you're going to do better. So that's what's different in my view of a U.S. student compared to others. For example, me, I wanted to go to school, and I did everything I possibly could to go to school. So it all goes back to individual preference, where in other countries you're not given that preference.